What is up, everyone? Thank you for tuning in into my YouTube channel. I know I haven't uploaded for the past 6 months. So as you know, some of you at least know, I've been traveling, school and work, plus pandemic. You know how that is. Speaking of pandemic, you guys recently been in stores? I bet you have. There are huge lines. Sometimes going all the way around the store and outside the store, just people trying to get in. And the shelves are empty. I'm serious. I might show you some pictures here in my area. They are empty. There is no canned food. There is no water. There is no toilet paper. I mean, seriously, the dog food is missing. Man, people buy some food for their dogs right there. So speaking of that, that sounds like, huge sales. So you might be thinking maybe some companies will profit from this, and you bet they will. I'm thinking Walmart, perhaps. Maybe not. Maybe they will profit, maybe not. I don't know, just thinking out loud. Of course, we know the fast food chains will be suffering because, people are less likely to eat inside the restaurants right now. Movie theaters, how about that ones? Disneyland closed. What in the world? Who would thought about that? So Disneyland's closed. Are you expecting the stocks going down? I think they at least would go down, because I want to invest into it, because I had quite a few stocks myself in the past of the Disneyland, which got sold. Speaking of which,
oh my gosh,
okay, all of my stocks that I had got sold. All of them. Oh my gosh, I don't know what to say. Like literally in February, I'm waking up and I'm looking at my phone and there's a bunch of alerts telling me, hey, your stock been sold. And I'm like, what in the world? I understand if one got sold or maybe two got sold, but 5 of them? I had total 9 stocks. So 5 of them got sold in one day. And then the same week, another 4 got sold. And of course, I did not sell them myself. I have something is called limit stop order. Basically what it is, quick education, is if the stock is on this high, for instance, let's say $50, and my stop loss would be like $45. So if the stock ever goes down 45 or below it, my stocks automatically get sold. So that would happen to the most of my stocks except one stock, but I will go into it more because I will show you the spreadsheet on my computer. How much I invested, what was my average, how much it basically got sold, and how much I profited or lost. So my stocks got sold. I'm thinking, what the heck? I'm telling my friends, I'm like, hey guys, like my stocks got sold. I'm like, what is up? They're like, dude, like the stop loss is stupid, like you shouldn't do that. And now let me tell you, they sustained huge losses. And I'm thinking like, wow, I'm so glad I did not remove those orders. I'm so glad, because every week and a half, I would either move my stop limit order or move it up or down. So it's not like I just put it there and it was just sitting there. I always were readjusting it. For example, stock went up from $50 to $60, so of course I would put the stop loss at 50. If it went to 70, I would put at 60. So I will always give my, plus if you study the chart, you would know where the resistance is. And so I would usually try to put my stop losses at below the resistance, because I know if it breaks the resistance, most likely it's going to go even down further. So with that said, did I lose money? On one of the stocks I did, and which I will show you later. Did I make money overall? Yes, I did, but it's pathetic to amount I could have made. So, but my other bros, let me tell you, they lost huge amount of money, huge. And one of them lost almost 60K, and the other guy, man, my brother-in-law, he lost almost $2 million. $2 million. Here's the thing, he's not really upset or sad, because all that $2 million that he made actually came from stock. He's a pretty good investor, hands down. Plus he has a good advisors, which I also have access to. So they advise what to buy, what not to buy. But that guy was basically telling me, like, hey dude, stop losses are stupid. Now that he lost all of his profits, which was almost $2 million. I remember seeing his account. I'm like, dude, man, this guy's lucky. I mean, it's not lucky, man. I mean, of course, it's in stock market. It's both luck and education and knowledge and all that kind of stuff. But man, now he's negative $2,000. Imagine losing almost $2 million to being $2,000 negative. I mean, of course, he's not really upset because, first of all, he just lost the profit. He didn't really touch his main, the cash he initially invested. So you know what? Enough of me bubbling. Let's go and see my computer chart. Let's my spreadsheet and see how I did this, I guess, season before the market crashed. All right, let's go.
Welcome to my desktop. Just a quick disclaimer, it's my first time recording this screen ever, so if the screen or the recording comes out to be fuzzy, I apologize ahead of time. If anything, I will attach a screenshot in the description in the video below. Alrighty, let's look at 9 companies that I had before they got sold or lost. And then, of course, there's a ticker symbol that you can look at, the average that I own the stocks at, which, you know what, I sold those stocks at, and number of shares that I owned, lost, gain per share, and of course, total loss, gain. And then, of course, the order that I put them at. So let's go with Disney. I bought Disney and I kind of held it for a while. And as you can see, I had about 311 shares. My average was 104, and I had sold it at $127. Okay, so total gain that I had after the Disney got sold is $7,000, $153. And of course, the order that I had and that Disney stock is limit stop order. So when the price reached 127, well, it didn't reach. When it dropped to 127, my stocks got sold. And of course, it's might be like, oh, it's not really that bad. Yeah, I made about $23 per share, right? But at 104, sold it at 127, right? Not bad. But here's the catch. The stock, the Disneyland stock, it went up to, I believe, like up to $150. So imagine if I sold it at $150. Let's look at the plug power. So I had a plug stock bought $3.44, sold 5.30 cents. I made about $31,000. So it's pretty good. I kind of had that stock for a while. You know, I was just keep on adding more and more onto it. Of course, I had Chipotle as well. Bought it at 665 and sold 844. Basically, I'm gonna just show you how much I made. Basically $9,000 right there. Siri, yes, I bought Siri. The reason I bought Siri initially in the beginning is, first of all, it was a pretty good price, and then I bought even more after Warren Buffett bought it as well. So I added a pretty good chunk onto my portfolio. And I made about $2.55 per share, and that added up to be a really good amount, $21,000. I also bought Roku because one of my friends recommended, and I made about $1,000 from it. My only loser, and I bought it $14 and it got sold at $9. So I lost $3,000. I mean, of course I lost more than that because I could have made profit. Not that I lost my own money, but I also lost all the profits that I had on that stock. And here's the biggest thing you should look at: no cover. I did not put any limit stop orders, nothing. So I just bought it and I held it. That was quite dumb. And I will be honest with you guys. It did go to $12, and I could have sold at $12, but I was really in denial because I was like, no, it's going to go up. It's all good, because at the end, I only had this HP stock at the end, right? Because everything else got sold, and I'm like, no, it's going to go up, but it did not, to the point where it went to $9, and I'm like, geez Louise, this, stock market is just acting crazy, so I end up selling it. So that just kind of like tells you the lesson, like, when you're trading, don't use your emotions, use logic. Here limit stop order, it already decided for me, because these limit stop orders, I already looked where the support was. I already knew if it breaks the support, it's gonna go lower. So I set up everything, analyzing the stock and the graphs. So when it reached that point, I didn't have to think about it. I didn't have to think like, oh yeah, I'm gonna, no, it's gonna go up. It's just, little, hiccup. No, it sold it for me. It did it for me automatically without me even knowing it. Like I said, I was sleeping. I woke up and boom, my stocks got sold. So here, my emotions kicked in because I already lost all of my stocks. I lost a lot of profit. So I ended up holding it, and as you can see, I sold it. So Dish also only had 100 shares and made $105. Yep. And then of course I had Pepsi. That was one of my long-term holdings, and only made $594 from it. As you can see, I made about $40,000. And here is just something I included here as well. I was playing with 160k. That was my initial investment. So I guess it's not that bad overall if you look at how much I made here, but I could have made way more than that. Of course, I also bought a bunch of other stocks. I invested about 76k. I bought 3 airlines and 1 cruise stock. I also bought the CLX Clorox. The reason why I bought it is because I'm myself in the medical field, and we started to use that stuff like on daily basis. We literally wipe the stuff that shouldn't be even wiped like multiple times a day. So just by that out, a lot of doctors, a lot of nurses, they were like, hey, purchase it, because first off, we're using that stuff, we're ordering more of this stuff. And so I invested. So currently I am green on the Clorox, so I'm really happy with that. And as for the airlines, I'm a little bit on the negative side. So far I lost about $5,000, something like that, in that nature. So overall, made some money on Clorox, a little bit lost on airlines. So yeah, it kind of averages out quite well for me. So I have nothing to complain about, because I know where my losing tolerance is. Even if I buy at this moment, it will end up going up in 5-6 years anyways. Of course, I wouldn't buy other stocks that is still quite high. Like for instance, I'm looking at Apple, I'm looking at the Facebook. They're still kind of on the high end, and I'm still waiting for them to fall before I could purchase any of those stocks. Okay, that said, I'm so thankful for you guys for checking out my video. Please, if you have time, hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. That helps me a lot. It tells me that you guys like my videos. I feel appreciated. And if you have any feedback for me, please leave it in the comments. If you want to see more detailed trades or what I'm going to be investing in the future, just let me know. Or maybe if I need to work on my delivery and how I can actually improve on, I would really appreciate that. And again, thank you guys for watching this video all the way at the end. And thank you for all guys for subscribing. 300 subscribers, guys. That's amazing. I'm really thankful for that. Alrighty, peace out. Trade safe. Quick disclaimer, this is not the financial advice.